Alright everyone, my name is Denizen and welcome back to EU4. We are still playing the Mare Nostrum expansion as Genoa. In the last episode we actually took over a bit of land from Teodoro. And we've got it here. We are making that a core, so that's pretty nice for us, I think. Very important. We also made an alliance with Poland, which is probably even more important because they also have vassals. Moldova. And they lead a personal union with Lithuania. Did I see Mazovia as well? There, yes, Mazovia as well. So that's a very powerful ally for us, and I think one that we needed quite badly here in order to prevent these territories from being overrun by the Crimeans. Yeah, so that's pretty nice, I think. And now we have to sort of think about what our next steps are going to be. Actually, I think... So we can take our first idea group at level 5, yeah. So that's gonna take some time. I'm just thinking ahead a bit here. Because we probably want to go with something like exploration or expansion, even. Expansion right here. And get to the New World, because that's where the money is, I think. But that's still quite some time away, so... Until then, we have to sort of try and make the best of the position that we are currently in here. See what we can do. I'm not too inclined to take over any territory in Europe at the moment. But we might. Lucha is now allied with Florence. Florence is actually next to Lucha. Still isn't very powerful though. Montferrat is a vassal. I'm just Mantua, allied with Savoy. Siena, allied with the Papal State. So all these tiny countries have formed alliances, which is a bit problematic. I really do want to, excuse me, focus on Aragon though, on Sassari and Cagliari. But of course that's gonna be a bit too difficult for now probably. Let's take a look at the Aragonese troops. They've got 21k troops there in the field currently. And of course they are in a union with Naples, so we'll have to take a look at that as well. Naples. Actually only 8k currently. That's interesting though. But still, that would be too powerful for us to do anything. We don't have any diplomats to send. We are working towards improving relations in France and building up a spy network in Aragon, so that we can get a claim wherever we need it. Currently, though, I'm thinking of actually sending back our troops again, so that we are prepared for a rebel attack that might be coming in Mantrega. There we go. So I'll just use the auto transportation system. I hope that it works this time. Because last time it didn't, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Yeah. And let's let it run. Let's see if there are any sort of developments in Europe here. We aren't embargoing anyone. I'm not quite sure if there is a point to do so. Perhaps we could embargo Provence. Trade power, issue embargo. Will reduce the power of their traders in nodes where we have power. However, this will also reduce our trade efficiency unless they are our rivals. Okay, so we need them to be our rivals. Not even sure, but I think we do have them set as rivals. Yes, we have. And Crimea as well, and Mantua. So we could embargo Mantua and Provence, perhaps. Although we don't have a diplomat currently, I think we'll call the dude from France home. Our relations are pretty good as they are, so we could do some improvement though. Okay, let's embargo Provence here. Issue embargo. There we go, I think that might work. We are making quite some money. Excuse me. It's been a long day at work, so I'm a bit jaded, I suppose. That's what you get. Here come the transport ships. Cologne accepted demand for unlawful territory from Munster. Interesting. A lot of trade embargoes. Yeah, that's actually, I think, our friends in the trade league here. Embargoing a lot of stuff there. I'm not quite sure. I haven't really focused all that much on trade embargoes in the past. Does that take up a slot? No, it doesn't. Poland, France, and Venice are still our allies. So actually, I think we should also do the same with Mantua. Issue embargo. Yeah. Reduces their maximum trade power in Genoa by 7%. That's pretty hefty. For Provence as well. So that's, I think, very, very interesting. And we probably should have done it sooner. Let's see. We still only have missions that do not really work for us. That's a shame. But it's fine. It's alright. Cyprus. Independence guaranteed by Mamluks. That's a shame. This is a very interesting province here. Schio. Or Chio. Naxos is a vassal of Venice, right? Just trying to find some potential targets, I suppose. See what we might be able to do here. Did our troops actually get on the ships? Yes, I think so. Provence has claimed Corsica. That's interesting. Is Provence actually allied with someone? With Florence. And that's doable, though, as we noticed. How about the troops of Provence? Let's see. They only have 5k currently. That might actually be a good target. I don't know. Could that be a good target? Of course, the problem is that it's not connected to our country, but that's not really a problem. I think we might easily be able to obtain military access. Yes. We should probably. Let's see what happens when we declare war. Florence will jump in. France wouldn't. Because they like Provence. That doesn't seem to make any sense. And still, I think we might be able to take them on. I think we will start building a spy network at least. There we go. Our spy network was already working, I think. We already have a claim on this province, on the unpronounceable province. So that might be actually quite interesting, if I'm honest. We would need access, and it's a shame that Florence would jump in. Yeah, but Florence troops aren't really powerful currently. 11k. Well, it's acceptable. Respectable, I mean. Let's just build some troops here, just to prepare. To be at our maximum, at least. What is going on with those troops? Are still at sea. End of the War of the Roses. Ruling dynasty defeats the rebels. Okay, well, that's good for them. I think at first we would have to wait for the core construction here. And that would also give us time to let the aggressive expansion disappear, whatever. That's, I think, quite important. The Ottomans, though. A looming threat. Especially for this province. This is... it's hardly defendable, is it? We will have quite some allies jumping in if the Ottomans attack us, but I'm not sure if those allies will do us any good. I do know that Kandar will lose this war pretty badly. Okay, so we've got the our troops right here. That is good. We might also be able to use rebels against Provence. The problem is, though, that we would actually be bordered to France, and France will probably want those provinces. So that is a shame. Oh well, as I said, I think we have to be patient in this early game. Mantrega. I'm thinking to wait and let them spawn. Oh, Trebizond actually became a vassal. Wasn't conquered straight away. Baden declared war upon Switzerland. Switzerland will probably disappear pretty soon. No! Coast of Schio has been raided. Well, I also learned that that's gonna take 10 more years before it can happen again, so I'm not too disappointed. It feels like a bit of a waste to just leave one ship here all the time. I don't know. Right, okay. We can take our first technology here. Trade range, marketplace. Marketplace might actually be pretty important for us. And trade range is, I guess, fine? I don't know. We could also save up our diplomatic points for something like exploration ideas, but I'm not sure. Quest for the New World might actually be necessary as well, by the way. Colonial range. Interesting. But I think that's too far away, so probably we can just use this, these points here. Trade range, and we can build a marketplace. Okay. Can we actually build a marketplace right now? That would be pretty good. Yes, we can. 750. Amazing. Plus 750 power. I think that's very nice. Will these rebels actually spawn? 2.1 years. They could spawn. Working towards the core there. A little bit of lag. No one wants to work. This was not quite the plan. We lose 4 ducats, so dear. I don't really care about that. Although I would rather have kept them, but oh well. Making a lot of money. Coast of Genoa has been raided. Now that's pretty interesting. Because I believe we... okay. So these ships should have been in the Genoan trade node. What I'll do is get a galley, I think. Get actually... create a new unit, create one galley, and select that unit, and that unit will always be hunting pirates in the Genoan trade node. So that's just our sort of defensive thingy, and it doesn't really make sense, it doesn't really matter, I mean, that it's just one ship. It will just work as a sort of deterrent against any pirates that want to raid our shores. This is really quite a shame. It shouldn't have happened. Oh well. Siena. Just trying to see... Okay, so we can't see Florence's troops. 11k right now. Yeah, so it's gonna be probably a bit too difficult right now to attack Provence, and I'm still not convinced it's the right choice. Anyway, I'm also thinking about whether or not it's probably just not gonna work to vassalize Lucha just because of the economic base. That is a shame. How's the building coming along? Still 250 days ago. Really curious to see what kind of effect that will have on our income. I don't want to lower army maintenance right now because of the upcoming rebellions. That still might take place, might not. It's kind of annoying. It's I'm not quite sure if it's gonna happen. Okay, let's see. Aragon's still not in a war. And anyway, I think we're too far away right now to capitalize on it. Election! Okay, let's see. The term is up for the blah-de-blah dude. He can stay in office, but it will cost us some Republican tradition, which is pretty annoying. We would lose 10 Republican tradition, but we would get 3 additional points each month, and that's actually pretty powerful, I think. I think we'll keep him for one term. I don't really know. Okay, so stability cost modifier is really quite high now. Full annexation, the Ottomans are becoming more powerful by the second. Really have to pay close attention to that. Mantua is building a spy network in our country. Mantua is allied with Savoy. Can't really see what would happen, and I'm not quite sure if this is a good target for us, especially as Venice is close by. I don't think so. We are sort of locked in, and I guess that's the difficulty of starting as a Genoa. Ooh, actually, Monterrey is now really close to spawning. And we are really close to finishing our core. I think we'll speed it up. Just a tick. Muscovy declared war upon the Golden Horde. Okay. We'll have to be quick though here. When they spawn. Because I don't want them to actually finish their siege. Okay, so Theodoro is now a core of ours. That's very important. We'll probably stop this dude. And we'll convert that into a claim on Aragon. Fabricate a claim on Sassari. And there we go. And we can now attack Aragon should we want to. France would accept, probably. If we were to promise them territories. Well, that's fine. Naples would automatically jump in, of course. Whoops. Oh, take Sassari is actually the correct word goal, I think. Blockade ports, what's that? Your goal is to stop your enemy's trade by blocking as many ports as possible. Monetary reparations, concession of defeat, and transfer 50% trade power. Very interesting. We might have to look into that once our fleets are powerful enough to do that. Currently they aren't, I think. But we might actually want to build some more stuff here. Let's build a bark. Come on, spawn! I just want to get it over with. This is very good though, the fact that our core is finished. And we've got a nice spy work going on there. I think we'll stop it before we are discovered. We've got enough to do stuff right now anyway, so that's fine. We'll probably just work towards improving relations with France and Venice, I think. Because that's somewhat on the down low. And we don't want that. Okay. Lunenburg has joined the trade league of Lubeck. Manningen is already taken. Augsburg isn't actually in a trade league. Well, they might want to join ours. In that case, France, come home. We will improve relations with Augsburg and then try and invite them into the trade league. Ragusa declared war. Byzantium has announced us as their rivals. That's sort of fine. I don't think it's gonna be a problem for us. Especially as the Ottomans will probably just swoop in and then gobble them up. I think. Okay. Let's see if we can get those Augsburgians into our trade league. Should work. Let's see. Trade between rivals. We are open to business with everyone as long as we can control it. What business we can and cannot control is open to debate. And as most question open to debate in our republic, it has become subject to it. Merchants have started trading on friendly terms with one of our rivals, claiming it's necessary despite political disagreements. Aristocrats find this questionable and call for an immediate end to the exchanges. Okay, we can afford to cut ties with these swine. Aristocrat gain influence, lose ducats, gain military tech. Power, I mean traders gain influence and gain diplo power. I think we'll go with that. We want to focus on trading, on making money, so I think that's the right decision there. Still don't want to lower... Oh, actually, I think the revolt options are dropping. Although the Theodorians might actually spawn quite quickly now. Okay, that's fine. How's the Augsburgs doing? Ottoman declared war again. They're just going rampant, probably. I don't like the power of France currently. They seem to be a bit boxed in here. Ottomans have claimed... fabricated a claim on Theodoro. That's a shame. Could we do something like counter-espionage? Nah. Don't think it's worth it now that they have a claim anyway. Aragon's allied with Portugal right now. That's pretty powerful. Castile's in war with Granada and Tunis still. So they are quite busy amongst each other, all those guys and gals. Do we have a ship? No, not yet. Austria declared war upon Milan. Ah. That's pretty interesting. We could probably try and... Okay, let's see if we can do something with that. Let's get the guy from Venice home. Do we have a claim? No, we don't. Huh? How are they allied with Austria? Holy Roman intervention. This is an intervention. I'm not sure if it's worth it to attack Milan anyway. How many troops do they have? Let's at least start building a spy network. Bam. And let's see how many troops they have. Milan. 14k, which will probably crumble quite quickly under... well, I say that. Under Austrian boots. Very curious to see. Ooh! We reduced the Ottoman spy network to 75? From 275, yeah, okay. Well, that's not too impressive. Galra accept the peace. Okay, so here's Austria coming in. We are not nearly close enough to do anything to Milan, unfortunately. But if we are at 10, then we could declare upon them. Might be good, although it's part of the HRE. And that is a shame, because that means that we'll probably get a claim to return it at some point. I don't really want to ally with Austria. Although, we can't anyway. Because we already have a powerful ally in France. So we would get a claim to give it back. Oh, that's a shame. Did Provence not have 3 provinces here? Probably just me not paying attention. Okay, so that's probably not gonna work out there. Theodorian rebels will spawn pretty quickly now, and I think I will let them and then stomp on them. Diplomatic insults. Diplomatic insult casus belli on Aragon, or try to ease the tension. Ooh! I think we'll do that. I don't really need the diplomatic insult thing on... Ooh! On Aragon. Burgundy declared war in England. Burgundy is becoming very bold. They are in a personal union with Brabant, Flanders and Holland. So actually they are pretty powerful. That's fair enough. We can get military tech up. That's very important, I think. So let's do that. It's gonna cost us quite a lot, but it's important. Okay. Working towards that spy network. Mantua is no longer a valid rival for us. Okay. So let's get Byzantium in that case. Or Aragon, perhaps. I don't know. Well, no, let's not do that. Let's just go with Byzantium. I think that's fine. Costly trade embargoes. Right, so let's stop that embargo. I think we'll get you home. Cancel the embargo. And actually get Augsburg into our trade league. Yes, do it. Mantua has joined the one by Venice. Augsburg has joined ours. Nice little inter-exchange there. Okay. Ottomans have won another war. Very impressive, you guys. Theodorian rebels will spawn any minute now, I think. I'm not sure if I should stand in their territory. In the province, I don't think I will. Foreign plots? Wild rumors are circulating about our nobility plotting with foreign powers. Hysteria grows and the mood is fearful. The people demand that we strike at the traitors, but wiser minds say that we must let the tradition of republican justice take its course. Seize them and their wealth. We lose republican tradition and gain 70 ducats. Or justice is above all. I think we'll go with justice is above all. But now we've got a problem with stability, and we will have to boost it, and that's gonna cost us a lot of monarch power. So I'm not quite sure if that was the right choice, and I really think we should start working with towards admin tech, because I really want to get into those idea groups. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's focus on that for now. How's our money? Making money. Quite a bit, actually. That's good. Kildare. Or Kildare. I don't know how you pronounce that. France is doing fine. I thought for a second that they were under attack, but they aren't. A lot of new monarchs there. Really don't like that we can't vassalize Lucha. Actually, Provence is not part of the HRE. That's very nice. Did I miss that somewhere else as well? No, Milan is part of the HRE. Okay, so how's Milan doing in this war? They still have 8k troops, so currently we can't really attack them. They are actually occupying stuff as well. Except the demand for the province to be transferred to the Ottomans. Huh. Well, that's easy. Just moving troops. Milan probably has just... Yeah, they only have 4k troops now. We could declare upon them. But I'm not quite sure what good it will do with 2k troops here. And we really can't leave this stuff behind because of the rebels that will be coming in. Or we should go with harsh treatment, but I don't think that would be a good idea. Let's at least get this guy home. And let's get a claim going. On probably Parma, I think. Because that's connected to other countries that might be interesting. Okay, so we have a claim now. Enforce peace. No, that won't work. Would work with Austria, right? I don't know. No, it won't work. Okay, let's see. No one would jump in. Venice would jump in, actually. If we were to give them stuff. Yeah. And Austria wouldn't jump in. Because they are already at war. But we don't have a CB. Did I miss something? Ah, there we go. Just had to tick over. I thought it was something like that. Okay, so take Parma. And we would promise Venice land. It's an interesting choice here. Could we hire troops? Because we've got the condottieri stuff. I'm not sure how we can actually ask for condottieris. I see the offer condottieri stuff. Alliance actions. Is that only possible for alliances? That's interesting. I would probably have to figure that out. And in the meantime, I think we'll put in a cut first. And then I'll do some research into that. Whether we can hire some condottieri. We could, of course, always just get some mercenaries going. That might actually be the best option here. Just hire, I don't know, something like 4k mercenaries. And then attacking Parma. But I'm not sure if it's a good idea because the Austrians will probably ask for it back. And that is a shame. We could, of course, deny that request, but I don't think we are in a strong enough position to make any sort of claims of that nature. Provence would probably be a better target because it's not in the HRE. Still, not quite sure. Aragon, still looking towards that as well. With Portugal, though, it's gonna be difficult to find a good target here. But at least I think we'll first have to get over these rebellions that are about to spawn. Especially the Theodorians. And I think then we can look towards doing some stuff in Europe. Right, so for now, thank you guys for watching another episode here. I really enjoy you guys being here. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and leave your comments down below as well. I'm really curious as to what you guys think of this series. And if I'm doing anything wrong or not ideally, I probably can use some training in this regard with a merchant republic. I think we are actually off to a reasonably good start because we're still alive, and that's apparently quite important as Genoa, as we are in a somewhat difficult position. So, doing fine. Hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, bye bye.